it kind of feels like that moment sometimes in D&D where you're like, as a DM, you can kind of sit back and go like, oh, I'm needed here, but I'm not needed here right now. I don't need to push this forward. This is just going to ride on its own, kind of vibrations for a little bit. Karma, do I have a favorite moment as a DM? It's hard to pick a favorite moment, right? Just like it's hard to pick a favorite kid, but they're sort of like peaks and valleys. There are sort of different types of experiences that become kind of hallmarks, I think, of at least my experience so far. In general, I always love seeing somebody who's brand new to the game get it. I like introducing the game to new people, and I like especially when like the most skeptical or like uneasy player sort of understands the game, whether or not they are going to get into it personally and it's going to become their new favorite pastime, or even if it's just, oh, I see why all of you guys love this. I love that type of moment. I'm very proud when that can happen at a table I'm running. There are other times that really stand out and come to mind but it's not really me. It's more like the players are doing something really impressive and doing something really interesting. And that's just fun to be able to kind of orchestrate, to be able to help create a place where really something interesting and impactful can happen. Um, and there are a bunch of those. I ran D&D for I believe it was a friend's son's 10th birthday party, and so it was a Harry Potter themed one shot that I'm sure I'll publish at some point in some safe way, magic school or what have you. And so the kids, all the 10 and 11 year olds, whatever age they all were, they played the magic students, and the parents that were there played their familiar pets. So the parents were helping them, but they were sort of like secondary to what the kids want to do. I was pretty proud of how that, so it basically worked perfectly. The chaos of running a bunch of kids through D&D. And I think anytime, I mean this is sort of maybe the all the time answer, but anytime a game reaches like a flow state, and this doesn't happen every game, and with it happens with every group, I think, at some point, but it's not every session. And sometimes you'll have a desert for a while. You'll run, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 sessions without hitting that flow state. Things can feel kind of rocky, but then you'll find it and you'll feel it when you're in the midst of it, where you're sort of riding the wave of like, okay, this it's a what is there's a moment. Well, this is too specific, but there's a moment from a movie. It reminds me of a moment from a movie called Primer, where they are experimenting with energy, and they've got these car batteries, and they're trying to create a certain type of energy source, and they're demonstrating. One of them is demonstrating the results of the experiment to the other, and they've got the batteries hooked up, and they're like, okay, measure the energy that's going between these things, and they measure it, and they're like, okay, and there's like a humming sound. You can hear the power going back and forth, and he takes off both of like the car batteries and like slides them across the floor so they're away, and they show that it's like perpetually, it's still, the energy's still there. It kind of feels like that moment sometimes in D&D where you're like, as a DM, you can kind of sit back and go like, oh, I'm needed here, but I'm not needed here right now. I don't need to push this forward. This is just going to ride on its own, kind of vibrations for a little bit. And those are always really nice moments. Like I say, they don't happen every session. Obviously, it's great when they do, and you have a run of really good ones. But sometimes it takes just the right one where everybody's kind of in their element. So I like those. Ooh, favorite moment as a player. Favorite moment as a player. There was a special magic. I was playing a wizard, and there was a special magic ability that I had acquired, like a new, like original spell that the DM had provided that allowed me to basically like bond my HP to another person, right? So like if I lost HP, then they would split it with them if they gained HP. And it had some special thing in there where if either uh, you or the connected dropped, then the other person would drop as well, like no matter their HP. Or they had like a saving throw or something like that. And so we were up against some sort of vampire, and we had just gotten the spell, and I was like, okay, well, I successfully like sort of bonded to the vampire, and then told the other party members to take me out because I was just the weak wizard. I was like, I'm a lot easier to take out than this guy is, and it didn't end up working out. The I don't know if it was a vampire, whatever we were fighting was able to thwart it somehow, but it felt really like a neat idea. I was like, whatever, you guys can bring me back. Like I'm just like I was a wizard. I was like, if I die, I die, but like probably you guys will drag my body somewhere and resurrect me or something. But yeah, unfortunately, it didn't work out. That's a good call out, Eli. Yeah, those are fun moments too. When you can end a session and people are frustrated that it's over and they want more, you feel that one too. Definitely.